Hey you guys, Jacob Mox, and I am back again with another video for you guys. This is another one of I think we've come up with the name Whips with Jacob, like WIPS, Works in Progress with Jacob, and I think I'm kind of liking that one. I think that's what we might call it, or Jacob's Works in Progress. But I'm kind of liking Whips with Jacob. I think it's nice and short, or Jacob Whips. Nah, let's not go there. Anyways, let's talk about builds. So this past week has been kind of productive, and at the same time not. So with this whole Corona thing, we get a lot more free time to build, and rather than working on the projects I showed last week, so still in a bag, Clockwork is. Haven't done any work on him. Haven't done any work on the Atlantis set or on the purple Space Police set. Haven't done any work on those. Or Battle Truck. Haven't done any work on him either. But I haven't worked on Titanic any, sadly. It's still about the same. I think I added maybe these anchors, but I could be wrong. And they're not even in the right spot. I'm still waiting on a bricklink order for this. I haven't done any of the work needed to get that bricklink order ready. So that kind of just ends the first half. And now on to new projects. Actually, there was a couple projects I did not show you guys, and it's kind of my fault, mostly because I forgot about them. I have so many builds going on at once that I kind of forget about them sometimes. One big one I never mentioned last week is I am trying to build a Lego castle. And this thing is going to fall apart on me if I'm not careful. But I basically have the castle walls and gate done. So there you go. That's what that looks like. It's hollow, of course, because I haven't built the actual castle part. This is just the castle walls. Move the camera down a little bit so that way you guys can see. I've got this amazing Lego camera stand, if it'll hold up. And this thing actually does have a lowering drawbridge and a rising gate. You have to do it by hand, of course. I don't have any string or anything to hold it up. But the gate does have a working winch system. There's one on each side, and that kind of draws it back up, and then this little part gives way and allows the actual gate to come back down. Each part is exactly the same. I did that on purpose. Not just because I'm lazy, but also because it made it a lot easier to build. You can actually separate each part. There is 2 parts that's main to each wall. There's one wall piece and then one corner piece. So that's the corner, and then this is a wall. So there's one with a door like this. There's 2 regular walls, and then there's the one main gate. And they're not a perfect square. It's actually kind of strange how they connect into each other, but I think it does look really good when everything is combined together. So that looks pretty cool, and that is the castle walls. They're done. They are actually done, but the castle itself is not. Here is this, and again, this is what I was working on a couple weeks ago, actually. I just haven't made any progress with that. So on the inside, there's just a couple details, little stacks of armor, and some training dummies. And the idea is that the castle would fit like right inside the center of it, kind of like this. But again, haven't got there yet. So let's go ahead and put my camera stand back the way it should be, and move on. Let me put this thing back. I gotta be careful with it because again, it likes to fall apart. But sadly, I only have one spot for this thing to go, which is kind of annoying. And the castle, just kind of throw it right here for now. Alright, other than that, think that's all the work in progresses I did this past week or weeks. I'm trying to think, remember any more that I haven't brought to you guys and shown you. No? Okay, moving on then. These are completed builds, kind of like the GLaDOS. This is like one-day builds. First, I want to show this one here. Actually, wait, I do have one more work in progress. This is a sort of one-day build, sort of work in progress. This is a little candy machine I'm working on. You guys are welcome to send me any feedback you want. But basically, the mechanism is this, and that would allow candy to fall through, and then you would close it back. But I can't figure out a way to tell people. You only rotate it this far, and then rotate it back. So that's something I'm working on, and hopefully that'll be done by tomorrow. I'm filming this on Tuesday, so we'll see from that. You got an open spot there, and again, it just kind of works like that. I've been filling it with M&Ms, but you got some dot tiles on there. I love the cosmic poop effect. I never get that thing in focus. It's trying to focus, and it's failing. Anyways, so that's a work in progress. It's just the mechanism I'm using isn't perfect. I'm using one of the curved Lego pieces. I have an extra one somewhere. Oh yeah, here it is. Basically, I'm using one of these pieces here. And the way the system works is right now it would be blocking all the candy from coming. It'd rotate, allows candy to fall through. And then as you kept rotating, it would lock into place again, blocking all candy from falling through. And the only issue with this system is candy will sometimes get trapped right in this area, so it's impossible to turn it. And that's a big issue, so something I've got to work on, and hopefully I'll figure that out pretty soon. So hopefully by next week you guys will have a completed gumball or candy machine thing. I know it's branching out a little bit from the normal Transformers that you normally expect on my channel, but I've been kind of branching out in total. I don't want to be known for my Transformers. This is Jacob Moon's Mocks. I think I've explained this a couple of times before. This channel was always meant to demonstrate my mocks, and that's my own creations, not my own Transformers. So if you're not a fan of this change, stick with me, because I do plan on making more Transformers. It's just I want to take a little break from them. And I've got a couple I need to shoot videos for, so there's still more to come. But it's just going to be broken up a little bit more. Anyways, here is the next work in progress, which is actually finished again. That's right, I've broken this thing multiple times. This is my little Jurassic Park truck. It's I will say it's like 99% done. Basically, I built this thing a long time ago with a nano block, I want to say, or it was some kind of knockoff base. It was based on this official Lego base, and it was a knockoff. But it worked pretty well, so I kept using that thing. And so finally it broke, and I ended up scrapping this whole Jurassic Park truck. So I went ahead, rebuilt it. You can actually find that on my old Mock Pages account, if any of y'all ever want to go look for that. So here is what I've built for it. It needs, so as you can see on this back here, I wish you could see, but basically it just says the number 12 Jurassic Park logo on it. And these were on all sides of this thing and had on the hood here. The issue is I cut them out of printer paper and then just taped them onto the Lego. It looked really good until the tape started to wear off. And so I just ripped them off, and I need to replace them. So as soon as I replace those, this thing will be done and ready for a video. It drives really well. I bought a new car base for it, and I guess I can show you guys real quick. this thing is able to do some really good, let's see, little burnouts, I guess. Yeah, it's got some speed to it. I'm going to make it just drive straight across, and then I'll move on to the next. A little faster than I expected. So yeah, that's another video, hopefully soon to come out. I did want to share this. This was a canceled project because I kind of missed the time frame. I may keep it until next year, but from the time being, it's a canceled project. This is the Santa Claus sleigh. It actually motorized and does drive, or at least it did. I'm slowly stealing pieces off of it because, well, I missed the time frame for it, and so I don't want to show you guys it in a video form because, well, it's kind of missing parts, and I just feel like it's weird to put a Christmas video and not be Christmas. Found the hat. Well, about time, I guess. Alright, and last but not least, on a productive week, or non-productive, depends on how you look at it. This was a fun little build from my friend, JG Comics. He kind of gave me this idea by sending a picture of, an edited picture of Darth Vader, and then like an Anakin Skywalker in a thought bubble, and I really liked the idea, but I wanted to change it a little bit. I was like, you know what, dude, I think here's a better idea. So instead of doing a whole thought bubble thing, I suggested, how about you have the opposite idea? So you have an underground, or basically it's a build that's perfectly mirrored, and then the only difference is the minifigs. I built this thing maybe 10 minutes, and I don't have my Darth Vader minifig with me, or my Anakin Skywalker minifig with me, so I just threw on Woody and Woody. And I think it's got a pretty cool effect to it. I use these new glittery dots pieces, and I think it looks really good. Again, if the camera quality bugs you, this is not meant to be a full review series. This is meant to be just a quick thing I can get out until I can actually make a good review series on some of these builds. This one will probably never see the light of day again. I plan on destroying it pretty soon, but I just wanted to show you because I thought that looked kind of cool. And with a good camera taking a good picture of it, you can make it look really, really good. So yeah, that's about it for this video. That's about all for my week. I have a couple of builds that I've made previously. This video is already getting a little long, so I'm going to save those for next week. Those are just builds that I've built. I don't really think I can make a review on them. Kind of like this candy machine, or like the Woody build. Something I can't really make a video on, at least not well enough for it to be a good production quality one that I want my channel to be about. So I've got some more of those kind of hidden away. You actually start to see just a little bit of it right there. So stick around. Hopefully I'll see you guys in the next week's video. And till next time, this has been Jacob Moon with Jacob Moon's Mox, and I'll see you then.